It's time for the MCTS experience with Mr. Orff and Mr. Nash. Discover your passion and unlock your future.
Welcome, everybody, to another exciting episode of the MCTS experience. I'm Mr. Orff. With me, as always, is my partner in crime, Mr. David Nash. How are you, sir?
Hi. Great to see everyone, hear everyone. We're doing it to it this week.
Great week, great month of November, of course. Before we go any further, who are we leaving out? The great,
the illustrious,
the legendary,
shining like new money,
legendary Nick MacGyver Sikowski. Nick, say hello, please.
No, he's just wait. Now he's going back.
Yeah, it's back to silent. He used to be seeing audio silence. Now he waves, which is the equivalent of video silence.
Okay,
you can't see him, you can't hear him. Okay. He's the phantom.
Oh, look! Oh, he just grabs the mic. He's getting tricky on you.
Do it again, Nick.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Woo! That was a nice.
It just shows you that change is inevitable.
That was a nice taste. Thank you, sir. We appreciate that. Let's get going. Let's get going with this episode, Nash. We are having folks. This is a full episode. Okay, we've got a student of the week. We have a featured guest. We have teacher tips. And
there's a lot going on.
Action-packed MCTS experience for you. Let's get started. A couple quick announcements before we get underway.
Take me there.
First of all, there's 2 more info sessions this year coming up. The first is a virtual info session on November 30th, 6 p.m. Check our website. Check your email. You're going to get information about it. It's a simple link to a Google Meet. You jump right in. And secondly, on December 15th, that's an in-person info session here at the Arthur R. Sypex Center. That starts at 6 p.m. As well, in person, 129 Bull Run Road. Please come.
It's a great way to get information and get the answers to the questions that you want. No brainer.
You learn about every one of our programs.
Yeah. What's up next? Something's returning that's been part of the MCTS family. Orff had added it on his Santa list, and we got it. It's the pancake breakfast.
Yes.
Engineered with obviously pancakes and bacon, all kinds of delicacies from our amazing culinary program. And Mr. Birdsall is going to have his poinsettias. He's going to have his wreath making. We're going to have a photo station where you can take a holiday photo, and it's going to be an awesome time. So great food, arts and crafts, picture making, picture taking. We're making it happen.
Keep your eyes peeled for a mini episode about that specific event, because we're going to have some of the teachers involved talking about it. Mr. Birdsall, Chef Engel, etc.
And the coolest part is it's going to be on December 3rd, which is a Saturday.
Saturday. What time?
8:30 to 12:30.
All right. Please show up for that. It's a great time. It's also a great way to support your school and build community.
Absolutely.
Next, we're very excited about this. It's National Apprenticeship Week. The dates of that week are November 14th to the 18th.
Yep.
And in honor of National Apprenticeship Week, we not only got to tour Princeton Plasma Physics Lab, but we have a very special featured guest, former student. We'll keep the student a secret, but a great apprentice and a great person.
You want to hear this and go to our social media. Check out the photos that we have from the tour.
Oh, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff.
It'll blow your mind. You're going to think we're at a movie set in California. I promise you, this is real. This is live. It's in Plainsboro. They're trying to create sustainable green energy. And that's not something that just came out in the last few years. It's been going on since the 50s, and it's right in our backyard.
Yeah.
And MCTS students have access to that if they want to apply to the apprenticeship program and if they want to get it going. And we have a lion's share of apprentices in a lot of different positions.
They're really all ours.
It's awesome, dude. It's awesome. All right. And then another thing, I don't know if it's the final, but we have the comedy night, and a shout out to Alex McCarsky.
Alex McCarsky. Yes.
Who did a phenomenal job at our talent show, which spawned the genesis of our comedy night, which is it's on November 29th, 7 p.m. Anybody can sign up. You have to sign up. Very, very important. MCTS.teachercoach.com. Again, MCTS.teachercoach.com. It's online only sign up. This is through our district-wide PD, but it's also open to the entire community. Correct.
And you can tune in and hear some really fun comedy. It's a whole group of different comedians. Look for more information about that as well on our website, mcts.edu, or sign up at mcts.teachercoach.com.
I love it. Home run.
We'll be right back with our student of the week after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have a very, very exciting student of the week for you, one we're very, very proud of. Please let me introduce Patrick Crome. Pat, you like to be called Pat.
Yeah.
How are you, Pat?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Fantastic. Glad to have you with us on the podcast.
A CIE co-op internship shining star.
Pat is the trifecta, if you don't mind me saying. Absolutely. He is a gold star, whatever you want to call it. We can hold him up as like, this is everything that you can accomplish with Mercer County Technical Schools. So first, where are you working on CIE?
I work at Compact Cars out in Millstone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing high-end body shop. Right by the Jackson Outlets.
Okay.
Great Adventure, right off 95.
Okay.
Super awesome high-end body shop. Mercedes, Ferrari, everyday cars, Teslas, everything.
Yeah.
You name it, they do it. But they also are they're gifted and talented craftsmen working there.
Extremely, yeah.
And you've been there just since September? Or is this something?
I started on 2 days before the last day of school, and I sort of skipped my last 2 days of school to go work there.
Yeah,
absolutely. Which is the key is if a guy or girl is super talented, we like to see them work junior summer. Not just work, but immerse themselves in a career area in the summer.
Yeah. And then we're going to come back to Compact Cars in just a second, Pat. But so tell us about you've got some great news. You just won something, and we're really excited to tell the folks at home about it. So go ahead.
So yeah, I won the Russ Robeson Memorial Scholarship for it's like a up and coming body shop tech.
Okay.
I was awarded that, and it's pretty special.
That is. It is. And there's well over a couple hundred body shops that belong to that organization.
Yeah.
AASP.
Yeah.
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 The Association for Automotive Service Providers. Yeah. Excellent. And so this is something that I heard from your instructor, Mr. McKinney. Shout out to Mr. McKinney. Hello. Thank you, sir. This is not something that you submitted yourself for.
No, the owner of my shop actually submitted it, and then told me like a couple days after, and he was like, "Hey, we just submitted you for some scholarship."
And you got it.
Yeah, I was pretty excited to hear that.
Big awards dinner, check, award, the whole deal.
Is it the big foam check? Is it one of those things?
No, they handed it to me in an envelope. But it was still pretty special.
But what I love about it is it's not like it's your senior year and you're graduating. You were a rising senior, and they saw such promise, such ability that they're like, this guy's amazing.
Yeah.
We want to nominate him, and that wasn't holding you back. The fact that you weren't even graduating, you were entering your senior year, and it's still doing well.
You worked there all summer.
Yeah.
Okay. What is this like Pat, you must love this. You must see yourself doing this for a living.
I enjoyed it a lot. I mean, I'm not a huge like in the classroom student. I focused more on like using my brain and, touching stuff.
I'm so glad you said that. It used to be in the 70s and the 80s and 90s. It's like, oh, he's really good with his hands, or she's really good with her hands. We've adapted that into it's your mind, your brain, your intelligence connected with your body is actually executing the tasks. And especially with the cars that you're working on. I was just there for a site visit, Monday or Tuesday?
Yeah, Monday.
And, you're working on cars that are unreal. And it's not like he's standing back watching somebody. I walked in, you were doing a bumper skin or you were on the back side of the car, and your classmate was working on a bumper skin. I mean, real work. It's incredible.
Yeah.
And I guess this is as you said, a high-end place. Also, Pat, tell us what's going to happen next for you with Compact Cars and for your post-graduation plans.
Well, right now I'm trying to get platinum certified for iCar. And once I get that, I'll be eligible to go to Porsche training down in Atlanta. And then I think when I turn 18, I'll be eligible for Mercedes-Benz training, and the place is right in Robbinsville in the Amazon warehouse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right off 130.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's going to cost you a ton of money, isn't it?
The shop covers it all.
Compact Cars is going to pay for you to go and do this.
They're going to fly you down to Georgia. You're going to set you up in a hotel. You're going to go through the schooling.
Yeah.
I see the
my God, that's absolutely amazing.
So no debt, doing what you love, and passionate, and just keep unlocking doors of opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pat, I want to say you must be good at this, great at this, and also a really, really great person to have these people going out of their way to pave this way for you. I want to say on behalf of the whole school, congratulations. We're really lucky to have you here.
Thank you.
Awesome. Proud of you, buddy.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pat, by the way, Chrome Patrick Crome.
How fitting.
The greatest name for an auto collision specialist on earth. Hello.
How fitting.
Oh my gosh. On that note, congratulations once again. Pat Crome, your student of the week. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are wrapping up National Apprenticeship Week. And in honor of that week, Mr. Nash and myself, Ryan Hamer and Lisa Gerstacker from our adult evening school all got to visit a place where we have a ton of apprentices
From Mercer County Technical Schools,
Mercer County
adult
Technical
evening schools, all
both
of
the adult evening and the high school programs.
career.
That place, of course, is Princeton Plasma Physics Lab, and we're going to talk a lot about that program. But best of all, for our featured guest,
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages.
one of the all-time greats from our building trades program, we're pleased to have on the line with us, Sheehan Twomey. Sheehan, how are you?
Good. Nice to talk to you, Mr. Orff. Hello there, Mr. Nash, and hi to everyone else on the line.
Awesome. Home run, Sheehan.
Great to hear your voice, and great to see you today. So Sheehan gave an amazing presentation about some of the things that he does at PPPL, and we got to see a couple of former students there.
Absolutely.
Robert Bongiovanni and Russell Gutter.
Yep. Russ the Cuss.
Sheehan, you have also done stuff for our school. You've gone and spoken at state meetings and things of that nature. Do you remember? And that was while you were still in high school, right?
That's correct. Yeah, that was a few years ago now. Those speakings that I have done for the tech school, they've set me up pretty well to give people like yourself and Mr. Nash a good understanding of what goes on here at the lab. The tours that we do are a taste of public speaking, and I think some of the other speakings I've done at state houses, they set me up well to give you guys a spiel about what goes on here.
Go ahead, Nash.
No, I was just going to say, I love how you segued into the fact that tell our listeners just in a 2 to 3, 5 sentences, whatever it takes you to do, what happens at PPPL and how are you involved with the operations of it? Just to update everyone.
Yeah. So here at the Princeton Plasma Physics Laboratory, our mission is to create a sustainable energy source from a fusion nuclear reaction. This nuclear reaction is almost entirely environmentally safe. It doesn't have any of the conventional poisonous or radioactive materials that are associated with nuclear energy. So we have a pretty powerful opportunity here. The world is sort of in an energy crisis, and we're trying to solve that.
That's awesome.
Not being a physicist and just having experience in the trades, I don't work too heavy in the complicated physics that go into the experiments here, but having a technical background and a brain that problem solves and critically thinks, I work on some of the subsystems that support this nuclear experiment.
It's for anyone that has never seen or been, do yourself a favor if you're listening. Go to the website, Princeton Plasma Physics, do a Google search. There's automated videos. You have something there, Sheehan. And again, it's every day you've gone there. You're in your 4th year apprenticeship. We're going to talk a lot more about that. But the mechanism that does this is almost something out of a science fiction movie. It's incredible.
It looks fake. I mean, it looks like something out of a science fiction movie. And I never felt so dumb in my entire life as walking around that place today.
It's unreal. We'll get producer Nick to post some photos from our tour today.
Check out our social media post today. For lots of pictures from today, including pictures of
Sheehan.
Our apprentices, including Sheehan. So Sheehan, if you don't mind, just go back in time a little bit. It wasn't that long ago that you were a student in our building trades class. Then you worked for us in the summer. You were framing houses, I think, when they found you.
You were a work-based learning student senior year for Flansburgh Construction. I'll never forget it.
That's right. Yeah, it feels like yesterday that I was employed by Flansburgh, like you said, framing houses, doing pretty rough and grunt carpentry work. Through the tech school, I evolved from that rough and grunt work from carpentry into electrical trades. And I actually found out about the laboratory from a presentation that one of these science education individuals.
Shannon
Spilly Greco came to
yeah.
our school. Yeah.
Shannon Greco came. And as a matter of fact, I was happily employed with the residential electrician that I was working for. I actually
that's really right. You did that the absolute last fourth marking period, your senior year. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, the fog's lifting from my brain. I just work with so many kids. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Excited.
I forgot that you worked for an electrician too. Keep going.
Please continue, Sheehan.
Yeah, it's actually ironic. I wasn't really supposed to be at the tech school the day that Shannon was doing that presentation, and even though I was there, being so happily employed with who I was working for, I didn't really even want to go to the presentation. I thought, well, I have it pretty good. How good could it really get? And it goes to show you, don't ever turn down opportunities that are presented to you, especially, if the tech school puts them in front of you. You don't have to pay for them. All you have to do is show up. So go to those presentations, go to those meetings, expose yourself to some stuff, and that's what I did, and it has opened up some really incredible doors for me.
Wow, that's phenomenal.
So, all right, so you applied to the pre-apprenticeship program as it goes, and it was for an electrical technician or a mechanic. What's the actual specific apprenticeship that you obtained through Princeton Plasma Physics?
Yeah, so I'm enrolled or registered into an electrical apprenticeship, and like you said, that starts out with a pre-apprenticeship. That pre-apprenticeship is something that is unique to this program. A lot of formal apprenticeships don't have that sort of trial period. Mm-hmm. But here at the lab, we give the opportunity for apprentices like myself to get a feel, is this somewhere where you think that you would excel? And then also it gives a chance for, everyone here to see, would you fit well into our group? And it gives you a chance to see if you think that you would fit well into the group. So you have a bit of a trial period, which is nice because apprenticeships are committing. Of course, you could stop them at any time, but they're structured so that you're going to complete 4 years of on-the-job training and related technical instruction,
classroom hours, etc. Yeah. So it's not just.
It's a two-way street, and the expectation is you're going to go all the way.
I loved what Diana Adele said. She's the liaison of the program today. They did a little outreach, and I'm not stopping you at all, Sheehan. She said, a lot of times the Department of Labor apprenticeship journeyman papers that are issued, it proves that someone dedicated themselves to a career-based position of learning, in addition to the thousands of classroom hours and the thousands of career-based learning. This is not a job. This is something you immerse yourself. You're in a fusion lab. It's insane. It looks like looks like a movie set. I really can't begin to even say that even more, but you're there every day immersing yourself into this process. It's so powerful. So this internship this apprenticeship is so powerful and real and tangible.
And I think, Sheehan, I don't want to jump the gun here, but this is your last, you're in the fourth year of it. You're about to embark on being a full-fledged employee and getting a very meaningful jump in pay and the rest. Yes.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. I'm in my fourth year of the apprenticeship. So I still have around a year left to complete the fourth year, and then I will have satisfied all of those on-the-job training hours. And I've actually already completed my related technical instruction requirements. So I'm pursuing a 2-year college degree, sort of in parallel with this apprenticeship.
Wow.
You want to make yourself as valuable as you can, no matter
smart.
What employer you're with.
Did you give Sheehan $20 to say that, Mr. Orff? Did you?
I did not. And Sheehan is no stranger to hard work. In addition to working the whole time he was in high school, so through this program, you've been going to our adult evening school through the apprenticeship to get various different certifications and trainings, right? Welding, some of them are going to.
Blueprint. We're just naming ones. Which ones did you go to? You obviously had all the basic electrical, I would assume blueprint reading, technical math. Share with our listeners.
Yeah. I have gone through all of the electrical classes that other electrical apprentices would take for their apprenticeships. The laboratory has a special circumstance here. We don't necessarily use all of the relevant material that is taught in those classes. So some of those classes are substituted with other courses that are more related to our day-to-day work here.
Interesting. So Princeton Plasma Physics has the ability to articulate what classes you need to and the content in there. Wow. Talk about a specialized education. Powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I've taken some electronic courses across the street at Mercer County College. And then to be totally honest, working at a place like PPPL, working around such specialized equipment and working with such intelligent people, I got to be honest, I do a lot of my learning here at
we love that.
on the job.
Absolutely. And this 4 years I'm sorry to interrupt you, must have been like, think about a lot of other people Sheehan's age. They're going to a 4-year school. They're paying 50, 60 grand a year to do it.
Yeah. What did this tell our listeners? What did this cost you, Sheehan?
Yeah. Well, it hasn't cost me a dime. As a matter of fact, I'm actually getting paid for this whole process, which is hard to believe.
Yeah,
especially when you preface it with, other kids my age are paying copious amounts of money for a degree that they're not really certain they're going to use or whether they're even passionate about it. That's something really unique towards an apprenticeship, especially the pre-apprenticeship here, right? It gives you a chance to see if this is a field that you even want to be in. And if it is, it gives you an avenue to set yourself up for a very successful career without drowning yourself in debt.
Oh my gosh.
So, I mean, I'm not sure how anyone could look at this opportunity and say anything bad about it. There's really only good things to come from this.
Well, you hit the points. You try out there was a couple of different roles you tried out in the pre-apprenticeship, and you felt something come alive in you and you were magnetized to it. And then the history writes itself. And that's really the essence of any person's career path. And Sheehan, you'll have 3 to 5 careers in your adult life. And we're excited that you were able to embark on this one. It just so happened to be through an indirect connection of MCTS, but since it is National Apprenticeship Week, it works perfectly together to share with our listeners and maybe inspire a young guy or girl that was like, wow, I'm not too sure what I want to study or what I want to go to college for, but this sounds interesting. And that's what we hope people hear and sense out of this broadcast.
Yeah, it's a great way to wrap up National Apprenticeship Week, and Sheehan, to hear the folks at Princeton Plasma Physics Lab talk about you and all the other apprentices there. Like you guys are doing important work, and it sounds like you're the lifeblood of the place.
It's really unique. So congratulations, Sheehan. We couldn't be more proud of you.
Really.
Thank you both. I appreciate it.
Keep up the good work and keep in touch with us. Go ahead.
I'm still a student, so students don't get anywhere without their teachers. So of course I put in the work, but you guys have set me up for success. To other individuals that are out there, put yourself in a position to be set up for success. Don't shy away from it. Don't turn a shoulder towards it. Take those opportunities, go to those meetings, listen to the people that want to help you, and good things will come from it. You don't have to be at the Princeton Plasma Physics Lab to have a successful career. So, take every opportunity you're given.
Awesome.
Great advice from a very wise young man. Sheehan Twomey, thanks for being our featured guest and for all the great work that you do. Keep it up, and hope to talk to you again very soon.
Will do. Mr. Orff, Mr. Nash, thanks for having me.
Bye-bye. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. We have a very, very special edition of Teacher Tips tonight. We have 2 teachers with us. I'm very, very pleased to introduce from our STEM Academy. On my right is Sam Chilkatowski, STEM instructor. And on Mr. Nash's left is Adam Kovitz, also STEM instructor. These 2 guys were professional engineers, now they're outstanding educators. But beyond that, Dynamos. Cracker Jacks.
Mm-hmm.
So before we get into the teacher tips, I'm doing all the talking. I'm sorry, guys. Please say hello, Mr. Kovitz.
Hi, everybody.
Mr. C.
Good morning.
All right, there we go. In any case, before we get started with the teacher tip, I want to make a very nice announcement on behalf of all of us at MCTS. Our STEM Academy was named the 36th best high school in the state of New Jersey.
That's powerful.
And that's not out of like 40 or 45 schools. That's out of 405 schools or something like that.
Wow.
It's a big number.
Oh.
That is a testament to these 2 teachers, the academic teachers at the STEM Academy, and really all of the teachers throughout the
Support
district,
staff.
even right from
MCTS family.
shared time instructors from the other academies. We all come together to make the climate here a good place, and I think that enables our students to learn better.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's get going with our teacher tip, Mr. Kovitz.
So one of the things that we attempt to encourage with our students is the idea that our kids are fallible, right? We're human beings. Even Sam and I are fallible. We make mistakes too, but we work together in teams and we catch each other and we work together to try and deliver different perspectives towards a greater product.
So is that something that's commonly found in the engineering field based on what you're sharing with us?
It's not just commonly found. It's a 21st century survival tactic. If you want to play, it's not just engineering. It's IT. It's any job really, but you see it a lot. I worked on an IT software development team with people from. It was like the United Nations. I had people from different countries. They spoke different languages, but we all worked together and we delivered products for our client. And
sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. You had to be comfortable with it not working, I would assume.
Well, we had to be comfortable with our own thinking not working and being able to challenge each other and ourselves to constantly develop something better that's going to be ultimately a better product for not just for our clients of today, but for the ones of the future.
Love it.
Absolutely.
Mr. C, do you have like an example of this, whether it's something from learning when you make a mistake or an educational thing or from your career?
Sure. For our freshmen, when we bring them in, actually, one of the first things we have them do is attempt a challenge where they fail. And it's something that emotionally it can be a little bit difficult to deal with. And
Awesome.
It has to happen inside. There's no amount of preparation that we can give you. There's nothing that we can tell you that will prepare you to be able to resolve those emotions and be able to handle it. You just have to go through the experience. So we start them off gently and we give them something to do and they try at it and maybe 10% of them are successful. And so that shows that it's possible. Yeah. But most of the time they're failing and they're trying again. And
getting comfortable with that emotion. I'm listening to that. I'm imagining it, what you guys have experienced for years and watching them go through that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And some of them it's the end of the world where they sit there and they have a emotional breakdown almost where they have to resolve it. And we say, okay, now all those feelings now you got 100 on the assignment because you did everything that we expected you to do. So
nice.
The fact that it didn't work as well as it should, well, that's something that we can go back and try again. And that leads into the iterative process of engineering. It's not just a single thing. It's over and over again. We're following a process. We're going through a series of steps. We're evaluating how well we're doing at what we're doing. And then at the end, we do it again. So, okay, now this time we're going to do it a little bit better.
Yeah. Well, and the whole idea is that in the process of failing, the faster and the safer we feel about it, there's such a stigma put on this idea of failing, right? So the faster we fail and the safer we make it for the students to fail safely, right?
Yes.
This faster we make that happen, the faster they learn and the faster they get on board with the professionalism aspect that we teach to our students.
So they can shift from that paradigm of that's something that's not normal to something that's a required part of your industry.
Well, I think that's one of the things that separates us from a traditional high school. We are here not just to give them the academics, not just to give them the hands-on skill building, but to give them that sense of professionalism such that when we embed them with a company like Van Cleef Engineering, right, they love to bring our students back and to keep our students constantly hired because they know that they're getting a good product. They've been sort of vetted through our process and they understand how to work in a regular environment, in a regular professional environment. I've worked in the professional environment for over 20 years. So that's one of the things I'm very passionate about, having our kids be ready to hit the ground running the moment that they get on the job site, because the job site actually begins here. The moment they walk through the doors, they're on the job.
Preparing them for life, building resilience.
Teacher, that's a heck of
a teacher tip. Thanks, Mr. Kovitz. Thanks, Mr. Chilkotowski. And thanks all of you. We'll be right back after this. Nash, each episode of the MCTS experience, just for me personally, is like a satisfying meal. I feel good. I feel satiated. I feel like I learned. I'm a better man.
I love the momentum that we build and how you see the year developing. And we can just see that the guests, the awards from Patrick Chrome, everything about this district is just rolling, and it's a pleasure to be a part of.
It's like a momentum. It's a great
like
word
Thanksgiving.
they just use. Speaking of Thanksgiving, students, don't come to school Thursday or Friday next week. We're giving you those days off.
Little something from Mr. Orff. Mr. Orff put that into play for you.
You take it. Enjoy.
Nice, very nice.
In fact, everybody take off 2 days. Like I have anything to do with it.
There you
I'm
go.
just kidding, of course. So Thanksgiving break, of course, is Thursday and Friday of next week, and then we have the weekend after that. So recover, digest your turkey or whatever it is you're eating on those days. Got to give a few shout outs to our friends at Princeton Plasma Physics Labs. Thanks for a great day, for great apprenticeships for all of those students, and a very, very nice time today. Informative, a little intimidating, and fun.
It was awesome. It was a great experience, as you guys learned about and saw, and you'll view on our social media. And then we got, Patrick Chrome and the amazing award that he was able to earn for himself. And, just another declaration of the programs that we offer here can make an impact, a meaningful impact on somebody's career life.
Yes. Thanks to Sheehan Twomey, of course, for the tour today and coming on the podcast with us, being a great featured guest. Of course, our two STEM instructors, Adam Kovitz and Sam Chilkotowski. All of the teachers in the STEM Academy, and frankly, Nash, all of our teachers at both of our buildings, Aspenpink and SciPac. It really is the school climate. It really is all of them coming together.
Now we're really starting to see momentum within the class, and it really is. You think back 2 months ago, it was Labor Day, and now we're heading into Thanksgiving and so on. So
the wheels are really moving now. The train is way out of the station, awesome. And it's chugging along.
Have you had yet students begging you, ShareTime students begging you to stay all day?
You asked me about this, I think, on the first podcast of the year.
Yes.
You said we did an over-under, right?
Yes.
And you gave me a date of October 15th. I took the under.
Yes.
You recall this?
Yes.
Rewind and watch that episode. It happened. I
know it happened.
Who do you think won the bet?
I think you did. I bet you by October 1st, kids were saying, "Can I stay here?"
That's exactly right. It was easily before October 15th, probably more like the last week in September, first week in October.
Well, like they come alive. They find their passion.
Yeah.
And that's what we heard when we took the tour, and we heard from all the apprentices. In addition, not only PPPL, there's other apprentices and apprenticeships to Department of Labor registered that are served by the MCTS family as well.
Gosh.
We know that.
Yeah. This is one featured one, but it's a long list, and that is just evidence that yes, magic happens here, but it keeps on happening after you leave our roof.
I think Sheehan really opened that up.
Yeah,
his discussion.
Absolutely. Congrats to everybody. Have a great Thanksgiving. Nash, MacGyver, I am thankful for both of you. And
hey, big shout out to the Titusville crew. Hey-o!
We have to do this. To our friends from the Titusville Academy, actual specific shout out to you. Glad you got in here. Glad you got to see the studio.
Thanks for great kids. You guys, it was awesome. They toured the studio. They loved it. It was very cool.
We had a great time. All right. So on behalf of myself, my partner in crime, Mr. Dave Nash, and the legendary Nick MacGyver Sikowski, this is Mr. Orff reminding you first to like us. I almost forgot to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, TikTok, and share this podcast with a friend. It's available on Google Play, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon. That's got to be it. Check out our YouTube channel.
If you share this and watch it and listen to Orff will come to your house in a Christmas Santa suit and give away free presents.
Let's not make any promises we can't keep. I am starting to be able to fill out a Santa suit, though. Let's be honest. Last but not least, do check out teachercoach.com, mcts.teachercoach.com.
Yes.
For the great comedy night. And until we see you on the next episode, this is Mr. Orff inviting you to discover your passion
and unlock your future.